Hi guys, just wanted to do a quick update today. It's actually exactly 2 weeks since I had my surgery, and I'm feeling pretty good actually. I know the last video I did was a few days after surgery when I was still in the hospital. I think it was the Friday night and the surgery had been on the Wednesday. I ended up going home on the Monday afternoon, which was pretty good. It was quite a struggle getting around at first outside of the hospital, just because obviously, although they get you out of bed, you are laying down quite a bit and quite relaxed. So getting up and moving around more can be a little bit painful, but again, it wasn't too bad. But yeah, I just wanted to do an update to show you actually what the incision is looking like right now. It is still covered by like a brown tape, which I think is quite a standard. But if you're really squeamish, then probably maybe you don't want to see. I won't be able to show you the whole incision because it does go down really quite low into my groin, but I can just show you here. If I just... So you can see the incision goes from quite way up, just under my bra line here. This dark line goes around the belly button and then down, and then it actually continues to go down all the way down to about there. So all in all, it is obviously quite a large incision. But yeah, it hasn't been giving me too much pain at all. Since I came out from the hospital, I've only been having paracetamol. I did start off in the first 2 or 3 days having about, well, full dosage really, so 2 every 4 hours, just to keep it topped up, sort of bridging it from when I was in the hospital, having stuff that was stronger. But then in the last few days, I've only, well, today I haven't had any at all. And the last couple of days before today, I've only really had maybe 1 or 2 doses, which I've done just before I've gone out somewhere. I haven't been going clubbing or anything, but I have managed to get out and about. I've tried to get out of the house most days since I've been back actually. As I say, I came back on the Monday last week. The Tuesday I didn't go out. I just took it easy at home. But since then I've been trying to do little trips out. I can't drive. I can't drive for 6 weeks following the surgery, but just little trips out with the family and stuff, just locally really. Nothing major, but it just helps to get out of the house and get some fresh air and try to move around a bit as well. But I've really probably noticed a massive change in the last sort of 3 or 4 days in terms of my moving around, that there's been hardly any pain at all. I get the odd pain here and there, but they're very few and far between, which I'm really surprised about, because I say it's only literally 2 weeks today since I've had the surgery. So I'm like really pleased about that. I know I have to still take it easy for quite a few more weeks, and I guess that's the thing to be careful of, because obviously where I'm feeling better I could probably try and do more, and then I might overdo it or I might put too much strain. So the tape, I actually saw my surgeon yesterday for a follow-up. Not yesterday, yeah, yesterday, or Tuesday. And I thought that they were going to take the tape off. I've been reading up online a little bit about it, and there was different viewpoints. So some people said they were told to just leave it till it comes off naturally, and others, their doctors had told them to actually take it off a couple of days after getting home. So the surgeon was going to take it off, but then the nurse looked and said, well, it's still quite stuck on, so maybe just let it gradually come off on its own, because you shower and everything is normal. You can't have a bath and soak it in the water, but you can have a shower as normal. So yesterday evening I actually just took off 1 strip, which was pretty much an extra bit that was just over the top of what I've just shown you there. So I haven't exposed any of the actual incision still. I'm just going to keep showering as normal, and in the shower maybe just very, very gently taking up a tiny bit of the edges which have gone a bit sort of wrinkly and bumpy, where it's starting to come up on its own. And then just take it off really gradually. I'm a little bit nervous about exposing the actual incision. or any part of it. I know that's probably going to happen over the next week or so, so I'll keep you guys updated as to how that goes. But yeah, it's just a bit of extra security there where nothing's really rubbing on it or can catch anything. It's dissolvable stitches as well, so I don't have to worry about having stitches or anything taken out, because last year I had this type of stitch that was just one long continuous stitch, and after quite a few weeks I went to my local GP surgery for them to take it out, and the nurse literally just cut it. Had beads on either end. She literally cut one of the beads off and just yanked it with her full strength, which I'm sure you can probably imagine was pretty horrendous. Really, really painful. It actually snapped as well when she tried to do that, so I still had a bit left in for a few weeks after that, which my surgeon ended up taking out, just pulling out very gradually when I had a follow-up with her. So yeah, again, a big difference from the surgery that I had last year. I won't have to worry about having any stitches pulled out. But yeah, the incision obviously has gone quite a bit higher. The surgery I had last year, it went from the bottom of my belly button down to where this one goes, right down into the groin. But this time obviously it's gone around the belly button and a bit higher. But what they've basically done is cut out where the old scar tissue was, the scar that I already had. So I will just have one continuous scar there, which hopefully, by the look of it as well, if it continues to heal how it looks at the moment under the tape, will be a lot thinner and a lot neater. Because my other one from last year, it did widen quite a bit at the bottom. I'm not sure why, but yeah, it was quite messy. So yeah, so all in all, doing pretty well. When I met with the surgeon, the main thing I was concerned about is that they're going to say that they want me to do some chemo after the surgery, which they're not saying at the moment. So that was really good. I'm really pleased about that. But they do want me to meet with my radiotherapy consultant. I had radiotherapy last year. I'm going to see how that goes. I'm not really keen on it because at the moment there is no visible signs of disease. I know they want to obviously do things to try and everything they can to stop it from showing up anywhere else again. But if there's nothing visible, I'm not really sure how they would work out radiotherapy. And also with it being in the whole pelvic area, it would pretty much fry that ovary that they've just managed to save. So I'm really not that keen on that. But I will see obviously what happens when I meet with my radiotherapy consultant, and we'll take it from there. So I will speak to you guys soon. Bye.